So what are we doing today?
Causing Carnage Part 2. Destroying an air conditioner this time. It's going to be a lot less safe, however... Wait, no. It's going to be more safe because I have more PPE. And there's also significantly less glass.
And shoes.
Oh yeah, and I have shoes on this time.
Actual shoes.
Steel caps. So, you might try this at home, but you still probably shouldn't. I've also had a few drinks, so this continues the premise of drunken destruction. This right here is the poor victim that is going to be laid to waste by my various arsenal, aka a crowbar, an axe, and maybe my boot. It was a television that was destroyed last time because it failed me. This thing absolutely insulted me by its sheer existence. This, I don't know what it is. Just edit what it is in there. It's got an obscenely long name, but for now, I'll just call it the Devenanti, it says on the top there, Devenanti air conditioner. And what I mean by this thing insulting me is, I bought this thing for 40 bucks with Amazon. Because my room's hot as shit. I live in Australia. It's hot. Well-known fact. But what this thing is, it's basically a glorified mini fan. $40. Much more than most fans that you can buy from Bunnings or some shit. But what this way this thing works, and just to continue, this thing has broken. It just stopped working on me. So not only did it stop working, it didn't really do much. The way this thing works, you simply fill this tray up with icy cold water. You get ice packs with it, and you fill it all up. Get it all cold and shit. And then this device here will suck up the cold water and basically release it as vapor or humidity. I don't know. It says it's a humanizer, yet it's supposed to cool your room down. What the fuck? I guess it releases it as yeah. I guess
That's not a word.
You're not a word. I guess it releases it as vapor. And, you know, it comes out the front, blown by a fan. But...
yeah, you have to tote water, like you're getting water from a fucking well, to put in this thing.
yeah, it takes a long time and it eats through it fairly quickly.
Yeah, and you have to put ice in it because it's not cold by itself.
Constantly, yeah. Unless you have a steady supply of liquid nitrogen. But... what it pretty much does is it just blows slightly cooler air than normal, but
yeah, just slightly.
Slightly, but the trade-off of it is, since it's got such a small internal fan, I'm guessing, and we're going to find out real soon.
I'm guessing there's not a lot inside there.
Yeah, the trade-off is, since it's such a small internal fan, what you might as well do is just buy a $40 fan that just has a bigger blade. You're getting too many bops and gizmos for something that you might as well just get bigger blades with. To blow more air instead of blowing chilled air. Big fucking quotation marks. But this thing shall be punished. This 1 out of 5 stars. Poopy. Glorified ceiling fan. So, yeah, let's start the carnage.
You scared me.
Yeah, I know. Ugh, like after removing the sword. So, the one thing that makes humanity so strong, and I've said this in a video I've been in before, is because of our big brains. We can use tools and shit. So,
Oh my god.
let's begin our destruction process. Actually, I just want to check this. Because if it does delete it off your phone, I swear to fucking god.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I was wondering if it was... I think it's filming the red...
Yeah, it should be good. Because here's the thing. Last time when I filmed, I put that disclaimer. Pretty much over here, I have a stationary camera. I like to try to make what I do at least somewhat professional. Yeah, it's hard to do it professional when the footage gets corrupted and blurry and half the shit gets deleted. So, realistically, I've got a lot of anger built up from the last episode we did this, Drunken Destruction Part 1, and so, I want to make sure this goes right. And what better way to destroy than to just fucking go for it. Whoa. Oh. Okay. that was unexpected. I dislodged one of the wheels. I'll probably keep this as a little... I'm too sloshed to pick shit up. Probably keep this as a trinket, but come in here and look at this. So one solid back there, a crack, you can barely tell. Plastic is really a wonder material. My friend said that, you know, plastic was invented in 1907. Yes, I know. But I also don't know exact numbers. Yeah, so this is what's responsible for
not cooling the air.
Not cooling the air, as you can personally attest. I'm just gonna...
Big boy.
Oh, I'm just gonna... Manual labor. Sometimes you need some good old fisticuffs. $40. $40 to pay for what is the equivalent of a glorified small ass fan. This is as big as the device seems to get. I don't even know how they fumigate, humidify, steamify, I don't know, make it cool and shit. Because there's not much like room in here. Even if this thing was a high-powered solid fan, I couldn't see this producing much coolage. That's a word. Add that to the Urban Dictionary. But breaking the shell is never the entire thing. You really need to rearrange its guts. You know, it's got big guts, so there's a lot to rip and tear. So, 1 Mississippi.
He takes his stance.
2 Mississippi. 3 Mississippi. Woo! Oh, this is gonna be a bitch to clean. Okay. I've discovered something new. This thing is really hard to maintain. If you look at these joints, look at these parts here, this is what made up the fan. And if you look closely, really closely at this, you'll see that these parts are really dusty. Like, dusty as hell. Like, come on, what the hell? Dustier than a mummy's coffin. Like, what the fuck? I constantly clean the back of it, the filter. And, it's not good to know that this part, completely inaccessible to the average consumer, just gets caked in dust. There seems to be not enough filters in order to keep it, you know, separate. And that, you know, over time could potentially produce health problems and just generally degrade the quality of the parts. Who knows? It could be the actual dust that actually caused the shit to get fucked. But, having popped that open, I don't know what I expected. Looking at this, you have the main cylinder part here that was made up of all these individual fan pieces. But the top here, this is where...
There's nothing in it.
Yeah, there's like nothing in it. It's mostly, you know, empty space. You know, this tarp was more expensive than the air conditioner, so you should probably be careful. But, you know what? So, oh fuck.
Dead.
Nice. Turns out blood rage is not good for keeping your balance. We'll keep my protection on. So, as I said just before, I had to constantly keep cleaning this thing. And this right here, so, this right here was the piece I had to keep cleaning. This thing looks really fucking weird once you get it out. So here we have the back filter. This part here, after using it for about a day or two, will get completely caked in dust. I would have to clean all the dust off, and this was attached directly behind it. This part...
Nice feeling as I thought it was.
Can't break it. So this part here didn't seem to be removable. And this is what separated all of the hardware from the back filter. And it's probably why we couldn't dismantle the fan to clean it. So it seems like this object is not made for longevity.
No
Because,
shit.
you know, fans can be taken apart in all their individual pieces. And this cannot. So I feel like this thing was doomed to fail. But
Maybe they're just like Apple, trying to make you buy more.
she has a point. She has a point. But here seems to be like the actual interesting stuff. Is these two small components here. Let me just. Ugh. Okay, separate that. So this is the tube that collected the moisture. Let's see what that's like once we bust that open.
What's your feet and hands? And...
What the fuck? I'm giving it a good wallop. What the hell? There we go. Pop the top of the bottle. Oh. Don't try this at home.
Actually, do try it at home.
If you do, tag me in it. So, here we have. I don't know. So, here we see crowbar. I can't grab it. So here we seem to have a copper coil wrapped around a small like fan unit, which seems to have spring loaded. So when you try to move it, it springs back, and I'm sure when you power it, you know, it sucks up the water, whatever the hell. And this seems to be a electronic motor. Doesn't seem to be much going on here other than the fact that it probably was directly responsible for, yeah, that's just a power cable. Directly responsible for sucking up the water. And there's no way really much could have happened other than a faint breeze. Like, with a tiny fan, this sort of design of just blowing water that isn't even naturally cooled could really only work on a grand scale. And so I'm kind of disappointed that this thing here cost as
Any
much
money
as
at all?
well, it's probably
Gotta pay for the plastic.
gotta pay for the plastic. Yeah, gotta pay for the sweatshop workers to put it together and shit. You know, that's how Amazon rolls. But here seems to be a bit more meat and bones. This is the fan part of it. The part that actually made the annoying ass noise once you turn this damn thing on. I wish I had audio of that, but it wasn't the most pleasurable thing in the world.
And then when it ran out of water, it was like...
Yeah, and when it went out of water, exactly as you said, it just gurgled like an absolute
drowning person.
thirsty bitch. I don't know. But here, I've never actually blown open a fan. I get the premise of how they work. It's, you know, electromagnetic motors and stuff. But let's give this a good gaze. Whoa! I don't know if the camera just picked that up, but that really sparked hard there.
I didn't see that.
It orange sparks just almost flashed up near me. I hope slowing that down will show that. That's some good shit.
I'm just trying to avoid the pieces flying.
How about you stop being such a little bitch?
Fuck off.
Get in here. I barely dented this thing. It turns out that
So does that mean that
what?
does that mean you're weak or it's strong?
Well, it is really a matter of perspective, isn't it? It's strong. I'm not weak. Fuck you. I really did give it a good wallop. Play back to the 20 seconds of walloping. Jesus. Okay, if there's one thing that this air conditioner is, it's both soft as hell but oddly durable in an endearing way. As I'm sure most metal motors are, but it can't be allowed to live. Ow! Fuck! Oh, shrapnel! Ooh. Am I bleeding? Just a little bit? In my prepubescent beard hairs, am I bleeding? Here, on the cheek.
Not really, but it, you know, you're a bit of a bitch anyway.
How are you more lippy than the boys? What the fuck? Oh my god.
How many holes have you made in this tarp, by the way?
Enough to void my warranty. That's for sure. Okay. I gotta get the plastic off at least. There we go. Alright, so this seems to be made out of adamantine or mithril or some bullshit because it doesn't want to break. It is bending, and I'm sure inside is a hell of a lot of copper that I can probably cause some bullshittery with, but it's not busting open. But this wouldn't be an episode of Drunken Destruction if I admitted defeat, so it's time to activate full autism mode and really just go to town.
I think you're gonna set it on fire.
Maybe I am. This is petrol, right? Whoa! And away I go. So in conclusion, wouldn't really recommend this one. Fuck, that's gonna be annoying to clean. Whoa. Yeah, you can do it,
Yeah. Potato destruction.